big wing pups. Yep. Yep. Let's see how Phoenix is. All right, let's go see Phoenix. Hey, everybody. Here's Mr. Phoenix. Hey, bud. Here's Phoenix. Hey, buddy. Hi, babies. Shoot, you are dripping yuckness out of you. It's a St. Bernard in you. Yuck. Hey, Phoenix. Good morning. Good morning. Happy 4th of July, everybody. It's 4th of July today. Hey, Miss Lovey. There's Miss Lovey. Oop, she's taking off after the dog. Normie and Moo, they're outside today in the pasture. I know that it's the 4th of July and people are probably busy. And I also know that my connections have been weird and people are not getting notifications for my lives, which is very frustrating. But it is what it is. People can always watch them back, and so that's what I assume some people do. So I've kind of made a decision on him, on Mr. Da Vinci. Da Vinci is having issues with quitting, and it's not like it's a very, very, very bad case. To the tune of he's not getting any nutrients or anything from his forage. So from hay, he's not even able to chew it. Most of the hay that I put in here is actually ending up wasted. He's not getting it. It's really, really sad. Soaking it doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. In fact, he doesn't like it soaked. So when I soak it, he doesn't really want to touch it. I have kind of made the executive decision myself without my vet, which I probably should contact her, and I can, but it's 4th of July weekend and I'm not going to do it right now. I just made the decision to give him more soaked feed. It's more expensive. It's more expensive, and I know that. But ultimately, this horse needs to eat. He needs to put on weight, and he is not putting on anything through forage. So he's actually resorted to standing out here, even though I have hay in here for him. He's just standing out there. Why? Because he's not getting anything out of his hay. So there's hay sitting in there for him to eat. He's not touching it. The other thing that we're going to do is my husband's going to help me, and we're going to grind all of his hay. That's a lot of work. We're actually going to take like a chopper box that they use out in fields to chop hay. We're going to take all of our hay and run it through a chopper box in order to grind it down to little bits so that hopefully then he's able to palate it better. But monitoring how he eats that so he doesn't choke is going to be very interesting. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do that. But we're going to figure it out because he needs to be getting more nutrients. And so for now, I have the alfalfa pellets, the beet pulp. I have his, because he's, whoa. Little slippery. Hey, buddy. This is Phoenix. Phoenix is very underweight. He's in very poor condition. And the poor guy, he's not keeping weight on due to some serious dental problems that he had. And even though my vet has been out and has done his cares and taken care of his mouth, it could be several weeks before he's able to chew his hay correctly. Quitting. Good morning. So this is very frustrating, but also I know he eats his feed his soaked feed, he eats it wonderfully. He's such a good boy. He does not like soaked hay. He doesn't want to touch that, but he eats his soaked feed. And so that is where he's going to get his nutrients. And so that's what I have to do. So if that means soaking more often, I'm going to move up to 5 times a day. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm going to move up to feeding him 5 times a day, a soaked bucket, to try to help him get condition on, because he's hardly touching his hay. Yes, Donna Lee, that's exactly what they told me. They just said it will take him a while because he's so used to chewing a certain way and so used to doing a certain thing with his mouth. He's so used to quitting all of his food, which means chewing it up, practically like keeping it and then spitting it out. He's so used to that. That's the way he's chewed for how long? Quite a long time, given his condition. So honestly, even when he's out on grass, he was quitting. So you can have a starving horse out in a beautiful pasture full of food. You can have a starving horse. It's very sad. That's why when police are called out for starving animals and they come out and they say, well, they have all this food, you need to do a little bit more research, because there's a lot of cases of starving animals that end up with the animal dying because the cops, well, they have food. Well, they have food, but if they don't have the ability to process and chew their food, then you have a problem. There's a lot more to it. So that's kind of, you can ask questions. If they're inappropriate, you will get dismissed. In fact, you will be dismissed. How to use her on this channel. Let's see here. If you're inappropriate, you can leave. I'm not interested. I'm just not. So this channel is about horses. I do rescue. This is Phoenix. He's my newest rescue. He's been here for, what is it, Phoenix? Almost a week? He's been here for almost a week. And he needs to put on some serious weight. He's a draft cross. Yeah. Yeah, so somebody did get me sand clear, which is going to clear the sand out of his stomach if he has any in there. So we're going to work on that. Somebody got that for me off my wish list. So we're going to be giving him sand cleared if he has any sand in his stomach, it'll clear that out. And then, like I said, we're gonna try to chop his feed, chop all of his hay, so that he can. But he really struggles to eat anything solid. The soaked feed is the best option for him right now. And since he can palate it and he's doing well with it and his stomach is handling it well, I'm gonna, is it? Yeah. Yeah, hi buddy. Very sweet horse, but definitely just has not gotten his cares. So that's changing here. Hi. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Donna Lee. This baby is just a sweet boy. And he started to interact with me some. The Amish horses are usually fairly checked out. They don't really associate, and they don't build relationships easy, because how long? He's over 20. He's probably worked for the Amish all his life. Hey, sweetie. Hey, sweetie. He is missing 5 teeth also. Hey, Lovey. Lovey's letting us know that she is there. That's Miss Lovey. Hey, baby boy. Good boy. Hi. Yeah, you're a good boy. Phoenix, are you watching Lovey? What's she doing? Very sweet, sweet horse. Just needs a chance. Just needs somebody to love him and care for him. This is actually, he's not a thoroughbred. He's a draft cross, and he's from the Amish. So I don't know specifically what his breed is. I have sent in DNA samples before, not on this horse. He's relatively new to me. He's only been here a week. Happy 4th of July, everybody. So He's only been with me about a week, so we're still learning about him. We're learning that he's missing 5 teeth. He has terrible quitting. My vet came in and did some dentistry work in his mouth to try to get the quitting under control. There were a lot of sharp points in his mouth. Quitting, they pretty much chew their food and just drop it. So he has very poor body condition. I guess if you don't maybe know what to look for, he might not look that thin. But basically this should all be filled in here. You can see his backbone there and ribs. That's not good. We are working on that. He is getting soaked feed, and we're gonna bump that up to 5 times a day. He'll be getting soaked feed to help him put on body condition. He also gets a supplement called Cool Calories, which will help him put on weight. The mixture I give him is soaked beet pulp, alfalfa pellets, and senior feed in order to help him put on weight. And that will make a difference, but forage is important. And right now he is not taking really any solid feed, or any solid like hay, any kind of hay. He's not processing it, and he's also not processing pasture. It's just coming out. So it's kind of sad, but we're gonna get it under control. The vet's taking care of the sharp points. So now it'll be him learning to eat correctly, learning that he can eat correctly because he has all his teeth. That will be happening. Integrating him with the other horses. So what I want to explain to you guys is this. When I get a new horse, I almost 100% of the time, it was different with Lovey. Lovey was sensitive and she struggled not being with the other horses. Lovey was with the other horses very quickly because she was extremely nervous and to the point of almost being dangerous, being separated from the other horses. Lovey was integrated very quickly, but normally when we get a new one out of the kill pen, like this baby, I keep them separate for a while. He has severe dietary needs. If I put him with my other horses, I need to separate them 5 times a day to feed him. Right now, with his diet needs, mixing him with the other horses would make my life extremely challenging because every time I would need to feed him, I would need to separate him from my horses, which would be a pain in the butt. So for his, and also Lovey's pretty sassy, for his safety right now and to help him to gain weight, it's just better for me to keep him separate from my horses. Now, we are starting the process of getting set up to combine the horses. This is our shed. It is quite large. Part of it's a chicken coop. We're knocking out the walls that make it a chicken coop. It's going to be one big area with this lean-to. That door is going to be coming off of there, and it's going to be a big area where all the horses will have shelter. They'll have room to be spaced out if they don't want to be by each other. And then this area in here is going to be one big, huge open area. We haven't set it up yet. We do rotated pasture, so they won't be on pasture all the time. We've also moved our hay feeder to the middle, and so that all 4 horses could get around. But Moo sometimes won't even go at the hay feeder because the other horses kind of pick on him. And so we have to judge it. Once we put them all together, if people are picking on other people, horses are picking on other horses, we have to separate, we have to move, we have to divide the pasture, we have to figure it out. Horses will do that. And sometimes when I think he does not going to have a problem claiming his space. The one I get a little bit more worried about would be Moo. Moo is my black horse out there. He's an ex-Amish horse as well, and he's very passive. If another horse chases him away, he'll just say, okay, I won't eat. And so he needs supplement in the winter. He's done pretty good this year, but I have to be careful about him. I don't think he's going to have a problem. Hi. Always shaking his head. Sometimes shaking head can be a sign of pain in their mouth. Yeah. And I've noticed him doing this quite a bit. But like I said, the vet has been in there and there weren't any broken or chipped teeth. They're just missing teeth and sharp points, which she took care of that. So I'm hopeful that we can get his weight under control. It is a ton of work, honestly. Horses are a ton of work, but it's worth it, right, buddy? So it's 4th of July. A lot of people ask, what do I do about fireworks and stuff like that? To be honest, we don't shoot anything off here. We take them far away because the kids like to do fireworks. Yep, we get fireworks and we do fireworks. We don't do them here. We don't do them on our property. It's not a good idea, not with the horses. There are fireworks in a little town that's like 4 or 5 miles from us. So they're so faint that it doesn't cause issues with the horses. He honestly, I don't think would even flinch. The Arabians can get a little bit sassy with loud noises. There was some last night and we were riding the horses and somebody was lighting off fireworks. They weren't super close, but still Normie heard them. And yeah, they're not the hugest fan of fireworks. So we try to keep those at a minimum. So that's Phoenix, and he's the newest probably always comes up and says hello honey buns. We need to put some SWAT on your nose because even with the fly masks on, the flies will still swarm around, so we put SWAT on the brim of her nose to help. I would like to ride tonight, but I'm a little bit hesitant about riding with fireworks going off because the horses can get a little jumpy. I could probably ride Moo. There's Normie. There's Moo. We did ride last night. Let's see here. What's the pecking order in the horses? Who's the top dog? So pecking order with horses, he's the boss. That's Norman. That will change because Phoenix has already told him that he's the boss when they were out in the pasture. I can tell Phoenix is about a hand and a half taller than Norman, and I can tell that he's going to be the boss. Phoenix is going to be the boss in this group. I can already tell that's how the pecking order is going to go. But it goes Norman and then Lovey, the other Arabian. And it's very comical that the biggest horse so far in the group is Moo back there, and he's the gentlest, calmest, kindest, bottom of the pecking order, all the way at the bottom. He's at the bottom, way at the bottom, and thankfully they're not mean to him, but he's definitely at the bottom of the pecking order. So I hope that he will be, that poor Moo won't end up completely, I hope Moo doesn't end up completely segregated. Then I would almost be thinking of combining Moo with a mini and just putting a hay net really high so the mini couldn't reach it and Moo could, and trying to integrate Moo with a mini because, and then there's a couple things that I could try because, Moo needs to keep on body condition as well. And if he's the picked on one and he's the bottom of the pecking order, we're going to have some problems. Because he's older and he has more worn out teeth. And for him, keeping weight on is a little bit rough as well. He's not thin skin and bones by any means, but it's a little harder to keep weight on senior horses. Right, Mr. Mooster? So, can you guys shut up? I fed you. Oh, go away. Go away, Clucky. Go away. I fed them. I swear. I fed them. Yep, Moo is older. Yes, like horse hierarchy. Yeah, the horses have pecking order just like chickens. Like chickens have pecking order. Everybody knows that, right? Horses do too. And animals in general do. There's always an alpha dog. You know, animals just do. And at first I thought it was horrible and the worst. But I've learned, like, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's how animals survive, honestly. That's how animals survive. I was going to throw in a horrible comment, but it's real. There's pecking order in people too. Like, you know, um, it's a thing. It is a thing, whether we like it or not. And with animals, it's very, you see, I think with people, we try to hide it a little bit, but a lot of times the smarter, more successful will rise to the top, you know, and the other ones fall to the bottom. It's just kind of how life is, you know. And sometimes it's not in a, sometimes it's unfair the way it plays out. But horses are definitely have pecking order. This is Puppers. I'm actually going to grab, I soaked more feed. I already fed Phoenix once today, but of course he's hungry because he's not. So my dog is a Puppers, come here. Puppy. Puppy. Oh, she was going in the pool. This is her pool. This is one of 3 pools that she has on our property. This is her kiddie pool. And she was just in here. She's a St. Bernard and German Shepherd. She has a very thick coat and she gets very, very hot. Right, puppy? Yes, puppy. This I have to burn. And where's your chicken? Here's your chicken. This is her chicken. She's a St. Bernard German Shepherd and she gets very warm. And it is very, 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 very hot here. We're supposed to have a heat index of 101 today in Minnesota. It's very hot. I'm gonna go grab his feed because I'm gonna give him, yeah, Puppers. I'll be back. I'm gonna grab his Phoenix's feed. All right. You enjoy the content, please give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel. Every penny that I make from my channel, which I'm not making a whole lot now, but that's all right. Anything, my rescues. So if you enjoy what you're watching and you'd like to see more, I highly suggest like, subscribe, comment, you know, what have you, all the things on YouTube that help build a channel. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Good boy. He's an old sweet boy. Just gonna dump this in here. So with the heat, obviously hydration's very. Horses like peppermint. Yep. We have peppermint treats here. 204, yeah, 204 people on a live. Thank you so much. If you hit the thumbs up, it helps me. It helps me help horses, and this is one that we're helping right now. This is Phoenix. He's about 200 pounds underweight. He was an Amish workhorse. He has had a hard life. He's coming here to retire, semi-retire, and hang out with me. So likes, subscribing helps my channel, and I help horses, and that's my goal. And if you're not into this kind of thing, maybe you don't want to subscribe. But if you do like horses and rescue and puppers, dogs, cats, but horses are definitely my main focus. You know, there's my babies out there. They need to come in, actually. I need to call them in and get them some feed and get them inside because it's going to be 90 degrees and hot. And the humidity is absolutely terrible here. So we have 2 buckets of water for him because he's separate from my other horses. And then in there we have that big tank is full to the brim and it's in the shade, so it'll stay cooler of water. It's very important to keep them hydrated. I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in my water. That really gets them to drink. They love the taste of apple cider vinegar, and that helps them drink. Also, there's a supplement that's coming for him off my wish list that is an electrolyte that you add to the water. It tastes like apples, so I'm hopeful that that will help. Good boy. So that's my Phoenix, and then I have my other babies out there, and then I have two minis, Little John and Rosie. They both came from a kill pen as well. They were both ex-Amish horses. Little John is 5, Rosie's over 20, and they are eating up here. Hey, babies. Aw, did she kick you out, Little John? I had a lot of hay packed in that sucker this morning, though. Hi, Rosie. That's Rosie. That's Little John. Hi, babies. Hey, they're both looking for a treat, and I don't have one, and I feel a little bit guilty. I'm sorry, guys. I do not have a treat right now. I got to go soak more feed because it's a never-ending process with that horse, and it's going to be for a long time. The feed soaking. The feed has to soak for 2 to 3 hours minimum before I feed it to him. And since he needs to eat every 2 to 3 hours, it's basically soaking and feeding all day. And I wish I could do it at night too, but I can't do that. That's a little more than I can commit to. So I do what I can. You know, that's all a person can do. Nicola, hello. Hello, everybody. I am going to something for the 4th of July, and I actually have to leave in about 15 minutes, and I need to soak the feed. The minis are good on water. I just checked. The minis are good on water. I need to bring my big boys in, and if you see Miss Levy there, she's making her way up to the entrance. She'll come in. They don't like to stay out. They kind of know the pattern, and I let them out early, and now it's the time that they would come in. So if you see, she's making her way in here because she knows it's time. Hey, beauty girl. She knows it's time. Hi, baby. She's looking for her feed. I didn't put any feed in there yet, and she's like, hey, Mom, aren't you forgetting something? Hi, beauty. She's such a beauty queen. Hey, girl. And they head for the water, too. Oh, you're looking for food, aren't you, honey? I best get some food and put it in there for them. If you guys get knocked off, it was Lovey, because she is very curious. Miss Lovey, should I grab you some food? Oh, hey, girl. Hi, girl. Hey, everybody's down here. Lovey, Normie boy. Hi, dude. Hey, everybody. Okay. We want to eat. I get it, but we're going to have to hang on. Move out of the way. Lovey likes to run over me when I get the... I lost you guys. Yeah, aren't they beautiful? The Arabs are so... And it's so funny, like, Puppers will sit... Puppers is just hanging out next to him, just watching him eat. So, when they come back in from the field in the morning after they've eaten and have a little bit of grain, usually they will hang out in the shed. On these hot days, they hang out in the shed. It's just too hot. They don't, and they've gotten so much nutrients from that pasture. They'll usually hang out in the shed, and then towards the evening time, they'll come up and work on their round bale. And then later in the evening is when I let them out. And then they'll spend some time out in the pasture again before bed. And then I pull them in after they've been out. But let me tell you guys, with this heat, if you're in the Midwest, like, stay safe, stay hydrated, drink water. Don't do too many crazy things. Everybody have a safe, here, she'll come and kick him out. But the thing is, he's probably already done with his have fun with your families, but stay safe. Feeding horses, and no, I do get to spend some time with family, but and we're gonna do some fireworks later, not here. But I hope I probably won't do a live later because I will be busy today. I really appreciate everybody on the channel. If you haven't yet and you enjoy rescue, like and subscribe here. That's what we do. That's what we enjoy. It's a huge part of my life. From all of us here, Miss Lovey, Mr. Phoenix, Normie, Mr. Moo, and then Rosie, Little John, Puppers. It's funny how she's like, she knows the feed. She's just a little more antsy. And sometimes I just see, oh, look at her chasing the dog. I just see what she'll tolerate. But stay safe, everybody. I'm going to pop on out of here because, well, for one, I'm sweating, so I clearly need to be drinking more. And for two, I got to get ready to go. You know what okay, I'm just going to throw this out there real quick. This is a side note. This is free, everybody. I'm not charging for this. Does anybody July festivities or even like any holiday, do you go there and be like anything like mayo based or like, I don't know how you correctly keep that cool on 100-degree day. You know what I mean? And there's not that much fridge space. And like, I get a little cringy about things that have a mayo base or just certain things. It's like, there's no way you can keep that good and then have people eat it. And I got asked to bring a pasta salad, and I'm like, I'll put it in a cooler to bring it there, surrounded by ice. But once it gets there, I don't freaking know. And I don't know. There's certain things I avoid. I'm avoiding my own damn pasta salad, okay, people? Because yuck, like, there's no way you can keep that stuff to temp. I used to work for a deli where we made salads and stuff, and there's no way people can keep that. I had to go through like food safety training. There's no way that people are keeping that stuff to the right temp. There's no way. I'm sorry, guys. Have a wonderful 4th. Yes. Great group of people. Holy Lord. It's hot. It's hot here in Minnesota. And it's 10 o'clock. I need to leave in 10 minutes. So, puppers, say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you. We have stuff coming from the Amazon wish list. We have an Amazon wish list. We have a website, bigjohnandfriends.org. You can check it out. You can donate if you want to. If you don't want to and you just love horse content, subscribe here because that's what I share. Rescues, that kind of stuff. Trying to think of anything else if I forgot to say anything. Love and appreciate everybody on this channel. Great group of people coming together for a common cause, for the love of horses. We're going to do this one take at a time. Peace out. Have a safe and happy 4th of July. Eat a wiener.